Hello my dear friends, welcome to Instant Electronic channel. This is Uncle Misha, and today we have yet another smart bulb thingy from a dollar store. So this pair of those actually General Electric light bulb will set you up or set you down for I think $3 or something. Yeah. Anyways, I don't remember because I have this thing sitting on the bench on the shelf for a while. Maybe I don't think you even can buy them anymore in dollar store, just FYI. But anyways, our goal today is to figure out what are they and if they are any useful. We have two of them and it says made for Google. Yeah, awesome actually. It's made for Google. I have Google, so does you. So all of us have Google somewhere in the pocket. And this model is Cleda 199S2 /autofocus G2P. Anyways, it's fixed focus thingy and I don't want to play with it. It says sleep wake, says here sleep smart bulb, controllable sleep wake everyday light for the bedroom. Let's see what's so special about it, but definitely the cool fact is that there is two of them and they are clearly controllable, from externally controllable, so they are smart bulbs. Now we just try to figure out if they are Bluetooth enabled, they are Wi-Fi enabled, or whatever it is and how they work. We have to figure this out. So clearly they have either they support different color temperature or maybe different colors. I don't know. I don't think they are full color range. 3 color settings, sleep wake every day. So yeah, it's probably 2 color temperatures. So yeah, let's take a look what inside. And another positive thing that they made by General Electric, not by some who knows what. Okay, packaging is very straightforward without any they are relatively light, which means probably not much going on inside, nothing else in the package, which is very straightforward. Another thing, it doesn't say, yeah, it's mostly made for Google. I'm not sure if it's gonna work with Alexa or anything like that. Plug in your Google Home Mini, screw your in the same room as Google Home Mini, turn on the light, download the Google Home app and set your Google Home Mini and a light bulb. So Google Home Mini is I have it, and Google Home app. Okay, well, that's easily can be done. But first, let's see what are those. It's obviously made in China. Doesn't say how much watts are they. The FCC approval here. 800 lumens, 9.5 watts, 2000 Kelvin - 7000 Kelvin, CLED A199S2. Alright, should I just pop it open? That's not as easy as I thought that wouldn't be. Okay, first let's then just try to pair it up and then I'm gonna do other shenanigans. Alright guys, so I have prepared my Google Home app, 2 light bulbs and Google Home Mini. So this is the particular Google Home Mini that was featured in my Teardown, my first popular Teardown video. It's still alive and kicking. And also I have this guy, so this is my dimmer box, I call it, but this is dimmable socket and this one is just straightforward. Obviously right now this particular one is under voltage, so if I screw this little guy here, that's pretty bright light bulb actually, and 800 lumens, that's it's pretty bright. Okay, just gonna roll it back a little bit. So looks like there is not much really instruction going on here. There is no little piece of paper, so let's do experiment. Power this little guy up and then let's say devices, add new device, whatever. Let's see, allow nearby device, allow nearby Bluetooth. Let's turn on Bluetooth. Now I know what's going on here. Next. Alright guys, so quite a bit of time has passed because apparently I got sick. Yeah, I'm getting better, so for several days I got sick with flu, but now I feel better and I got back to this light bulb. So I did some experiments, and now the only way to actually get this thing going is to install app called Cync. It's actually up from GM. It's reads like Cync. Sorry, my voice still cracking probably. Yeah, I don't know, help. Okay, maybe here it says something about this Cync. You see? SYNC. Yeah, Cync. So this particular app you have to install in order to get it going. Here's the little logo of it. Okay, so let's power this up. I already paired the light bulb. It was fairly easy, but I had to go through some hoops and loops and stupid questions. Okay, let's see if this light bulb is gonna kick in. Bluetooth is enabled. So in order to actually do something, yeah. So the only way to control this thing is via Bluetooth. Okay, so we are able to control it. Alright. But it's not just a smart light bulb, right? Just you can control brightness and stuff. You also can control a color temperature, and it has quite a range of, let me do brightness at maximum. Okay, so it's like the warmest, and we go all the way to cool white. Yeah, so that's actually pretty cool, and I like the way they make this control looking. It's unfortunately you can't really say color temperature, which is annoying. For example, like 57 Kelvin, you know, 65 Kelvin. At least I couldn't find it. Yeah. So that's sort of annoying. So, I don't know what's the reference of each individual color temperature, like a color temperature number. Maybe there is something in settings. There's some settings: name, room, group, product, MAC address, Bluetooth, yada yada, nothing. So yeah, absence of the color temperature values makes it a little bit kind of annoying that it's not here. But nevertheless, this light bulb actually works. Unfortunately, I was not be able to work with this device using the Google Home. What the heck is going on? I have no idea. No, just tried what by the way, this light bulb had firmware updated. So when I was using the original Cync app, it updated firmware. So I was thinking after updating the firmware, it's gonna work with Google Home. No, it still doesn't work. So I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe this is why this thing ended up in dollar store, because it was not working as intended. So I think as far as setup goes, this is it. It works only with the original official app, does not work with Google Home. Potentially there is a way of actually import the light bulb controls from the original app into the Google Home, but that's not how it advertised. That's probably gonna work as I do with Waze, as I do with other smart life devices, to be controllable through Google Home. So what we have left is to actually take one of these guys apart. So let's just remove this guy because it's super bright and take a look what we can. How easy. It's not easy, I must say already. It's not easy to take it apart. So we need to use something like that. So first we're gonna attack it from this angle. It's not easy as well. So let's use something a little bit. That was tough to get going, but if it started going, it was actually easy. So essentially the problem is you need to start. If you start, this silicone glue will go ungluing very easily. Okay, so this is silicone glue. This actual light bulb was never turned on, so technically all capacitors are discharged, and if this thing has proper design, it has also discharging capacitors. What I see pretty cool here, those two screws. So essentially, if I would be able to unglue it from, maybe it's not even glued, from the base here, maybe it's not even unglued, just on thermal, how do you call it, thermal compound. It'll be easy to take apart. I'm totally looking forward. I need to take it apart. I'm curious, these screws are grounded or they are... Okay, so as you see here, there's a whole lot of LEDs. Before we go in any deeper, so there is three different kinds of LEDs actually: orange, yellowish, and super yellow. Yeah, really nice to actually see how it all looks like when it operates. But I think we can go a little bit down. So there is a D, W, and apparently C. So there is a LEDs marked as D, D1, D2, D3, D4, yada yada yada. Apparently these Ds are 12 Ds. Then we have W LEDs, which are marked W8, W7, W6, W5, W4, W3. You see, they all scatter. They not just group, they scatter. So W, 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 D, D, D. The two Ds, one W. Then we have the yellow ones, which are marked as C, and there are 14 of them. So 14 Ds, 16 Ds, 8 Ws, and 16 Cs. Okay. Alright, so there is also 27K, 20K, 70K, whatever it means. So this little guy over here is clearly a control board. So, sorry, this is an antenna. And also nice way they did it, because here and here there is a white cover. So essentially, to improve the reflectivity, oh, that's very easy to take apart apparently. So this LED board, it just goes off very easily, it just slides out, like, I hope it will. Yeah, look at this. Oh my god, this is so smart. Wow, that's amazing. Now we have 4 pins. I'm not sure why we have 4. Oh, of course, because we have to control 3 colors. I don't know if they are RGB or they are like cyan, magenta, yellow, or whatever, separately. Now it's a little bit harder task to get through this can. That's gonna be a little bit hard. Okay, let me think about how do I attack this without damaging this light bulb, because I actually like it. I would like to have it working. I have one, I'm not gonna take it apart, the one here, right? But this one I would like to actually disassemble in a way that it's actually working, and even try to show you how it works when it's disassembled, to show the LEDs. Okay, I couldn't really attack it from this angle. I screw in the screw. I was using these pliers to actually pull all this, and yeah, it's not going. So let's try to attack it from this angle. So I hope this thing is removable. So we do. Yeah, it's actually going. That's easy. That's easy. Yeah. Oh, that's super easy. Okay, that's good. So now we have to remove this screw base. Have an idea. Let's hope it's gonna work as well. I'm gonna be using something like this. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna do minimal damage to this guy, hence I'm trying to It's not going, huh? It's tough. Ooh. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that's game over. Shit. Well, again, I can just... I have few other light bulbs disassembled. Just like this. I'll try to straighten this up somehow. Go. But so far, again, it's smartly done. Take a look at this. So this thing comes in here, right? This thing comes in here. So if I can totally straighten this up and just reuse it. I'm not sure if this actually gave me much. I don't think so. Well, it gave me something to the point I can actually take a big screw, oh, sorry, not screw, the screwdriver, the long one of some sort, like for example, like this one, okay. And try to hammer this thing out this way. It's much more force I can apply. Whew, guys, it did work. So by hammering, it's like this, it did work. But wow, mamma mia, that was a lot of effort. I thought it's gonna just pop right there, but it didn't. I hope it didn't damage anything on the way. It looks like I scratched the transformer a little bit here. Here we are, but we have access here. Look at this great contraption. I like it. Ah, my god. I think I broke oh, fuck. Yeah, I broke transformer. Hey, this is crazy. And I broke transistor. Okay, never mind. Or diode. Transistor. Whoa. So I got a little bit into close-up. So after massaging this guy with the hammer, yeah, I have a result here. Obviously, a lot of things are got damaged. So here's damage on the transformer, right? So yeah, a little bit of a damage here. But the more problem is this transistor. Take a look at this. So yeah, it's clearly I split it in half. So let's talk about this device. Okay, let's remove some other things. So obviously, as usual, this is switch mode power supply as usual for this kind of devices, right? You have bridge rectifier. It looks like this is a CLC filter here. We have a chippy. The problem is this chip. It's, I don't know what the heck is it. It says on it, it says MP1056 or whatever. I couldn't find anything about it. So yeah, I have no idea, but clearly this is a driver. So here's N-channel MOSFET. It's something to the extent of SN. It's 600 volt channel MOSFET S4 and 60V. JC S4 and 60V. This is what it is. What's cool about this, by the way, this device, that this inductor and this inductor has their induction actually listed. So this is 2 microhenry and this one is, how much is this? 2.5 microhenry. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Transformer here is a little bit damaged, so ferrite core is busted, so obviously this thing is not going to be operational anymore. So transistor I can replace, but transformer is much more hassle. So right here we have some kind of low voltage resistor. It's a 50 volt, probably a part of the auxiliary voltage for auxiliary power supply for powering this chip. I think that's my guess. I didn't trace anything really. Then this guy is 200 volt, a 200 volt 5.6 microfarad, and it is how many? 125C rated, so that's okay. This one is 130 rated, this is 130 rated, and this one is Aishi. This one I don't know, doesn't really, can't really see what the heck is this guy. So this guy is Aishi as well. It's much beefier. It's 130 volt rated. It's 150 microfarad, 80 volts. So I assume this guy is a part of the power supply for LEDs. So yeah, so potentially 80 volt, because there is no high voltage capacitor on output right here, so I assume up to 80 volts here. Not sure how to trace to understand how these LEDs are wired. Are they in series or parallel? I don't know. This is something I have to take a look. So obviously we have to have two parts of a power here solution. One of going to be driving those LEDs and be much higher voltage and current. I'm not sure who gonna drive it. I don't see any other chippies here which would be driving that thing. I don't even see a big diodes. Yeah. So one of the beefy diodes, just one here. It was two, but one was removed. Yeah. The other things are probably some Xeners or something, because the for this kind of voltage and current, which actually goes through this thing, we need something beefier. So interesting enough, there is also two optocouplers. So there is an optocoupler right here, and there is an optocoupler right here. So I'm not really sure why there are two. Yeah, it's interesting. So what else? So obviously we have two sides, higher voltage for LEDs, probably two taps here on the transformer or something. Maybe that's why there are two, because yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not sure. And another part is the low voltage, for example, to drive the microcontroller. And speaking about microcontroller, this guy is weird. It's TSL, I don't remember the name. It's really hard to read right now. But this is like completely, I just noticed this name on one of the Russian websites, essentially, and the guy there talking about this guy as a Bluetooth capable chip, but this multi-protocol IC. This multi-protocol IC that technically can support probably Zigbee and other things. So it's similar to one of the Texas Instrument ICs of the same kind, but no information. I'm gonna put the name out here. Maybe you guys find the name of this guy. Very interesting. So I have nothing much to say. Over here there is pinouts. There are serial pinouts here, RX-TX. So yeah, I can really poke around to see what the heck is going on here. So 3 pins for each of the color. I guess for warmer, neutral, and cooler LEDs. This is supposedly Bluetooth antenna right here. So this is multi-protocol, but it's not Wi-Fi, so it's not ESP32 or anything to this extent. So that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, because I was a little bit too overzealous to actually get in, I busted those two components, because I tried to, you know, approach it either like this or like that, and at the end of the story I just broke them. So this is no go. I mean, a little bit for parts. This cool because I really like how they done it like this. So here we are, just in case I bust, I don't know, for my other light bulb, which is right here, if I destroy, this LED module will die, I can just easily, super easy replace it. Then have to reglue this one. Really beefy plastic right here, by the way. So yeah, unfortunately, oh yeah, and there is a nice grounding, you see here. Actually, it's supposed to be like this, and then this goes on top, because this works as a heat spreader, very nice heat spreader, and because it was super snug in here, yeah, it actually makes a good contact. Obviously, I would add a little bit of thermal paste in between this guy and this guy, just to have a better heat sinking, but nevertheless, when this thing was operational, it was getting hot in this area. I'm just curious, what the heck may get hot in here? This transistor, maybe this transistor has to be like, yeah, that's the only about this. Yeah, it's probably this tranny. Like, what else could get hot? It was actually quite substantially hot. Yeah. So guys, here we have it. Cync Sleep by GM. I think it's a decent light bulb. Unfortunately, it's not working as it's supposed to be, so I cannot connect it to Google Home Mini or Google Nest. Yeah, there is something wrong with that. Either Google Home Mini just move on and the protocol is not supported anymore or something like that, or these guys never made it properly working at first place. I think that's gonna be it. Nothing else to poke around. I keep this module around. Maybe just loosely put everything together, put it back in the box and just keep it there or somewhere, because I have like by now I have a pile of tore down different light bulbs and bits and pieces from them. Yeah, but at least it's probably something good for the community, you know, how this thing looks like, yeah, what's inside, how hackable it is. Well, in this case it's not really, and things like that. I'm gonna take photos of this little device, this PCB, and gonna share it on my website. Okay guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and ciao.